It wasn't that long ago we showed you the look of Ford's new Everest SUV. Now it's time to drive it. Does the muscled up look and spec of the new Everest deliver? We've come to Ford's super secret Yuyang's Proving Ground to find out. First off, let's be clear, this isn't our ultimate verdict. We're driving a pre-production version of the new Everest flagship model, the Platinum, and we're only driving it for one low-speed lap of Ford's off-road test track. So a very limited exposure indeed. And by the way, this Everest is in camouflage because this drive took place last February, before the look of the new vehicle was publicly revealed. So let's reprise a few details about the new Everest SUV. As we all know, it's designed and developed alongside the Ranger at Ford's Australian product engineering and design facilities. So like the Ranger Ute, it's both wider and has a longer wheelbase than before. It's also underpinned by its own version of the latest T6 ladder frame architecture, substituting the Ranger's leaf springs for coils and a Watts link at the rear end. When it comes to the new Everest SUV, some of the biggest news is under the bonnet, where you'll find a 3-litre turbo diesel V6, a 10-speed auto, torque on demand 4x4 and a 2-speed transfer case. There's a hell of a lot of capability here. Alright folks, so we're at the big challenge on the entire course, which is a short, sharp, steep climb up and over. We engage the diff lock for this one, have a real burst on the throttle, and up and over we go. That's in theory. See if we can do it in practice. Oh, bit quick. Did I go a bit quick at that? Well, one thing I'd say about all that is no shortage of power from this beast of an engine under the bonnet of the new Everest. Quick response and plenty of it. Just keep the throttle on for a minute and see if it starts. Now there we go. So just then I was trying to get over a really steep sandy little mound, but do it without the diff lock to see how the traction control engaged, and it did after a short period of time of digging up some sand. It figured out which wheel to clamp and away we went. Doing it with the diff lock's easier. Okay, so now what we're doing is 2 very deep drains, big angle, and then halfway through we flip to the other side. Last time I was in the car on this angle, we had plenty of water in the footwell. Thankfully the water's not too high here, but anyway, good fun, good test. Let's see how we go. Success! The Everest deals with this body and chassis twisting exercise well, and no water spotted in the cabin. Well, I've just about completed my single lap of Ford's 4x4 course in the new Everest, and I'd be an idiot if I was to give you definitive opinions of the car based on that. But what I will say is the car didn't do anything wrong. It showed that all its mechanical bits and pieces are all working in the right way. The car dealt with all the obstacles no problem. That 3-litre V6 shows a lot of promise. I can imagine some people are going to be really enjoying that as a blast through the outback and around town to the shops as well. So far so good. Looking forward to the next drive. So little time, so many more things we want to know about the new Ford Everest. We want to drive it on our own roads. We want to tow with it. We want to compare it against the logical opposition, including the class-defining Toyota Prado. It's all going to happen, and it's going to be fascinating to see whether the Everest turns out to be as good as we suspect it is.